Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 177 on this road to 2000. Annoyingly, I had actually played two games. First one was an absolute catastrophe. It didn't feel like it at the time, but when you look at the post-match analysis, I made five blunders. One of them was a mouse slip, but hey ho, these things happen. Anyway, the second game I'll take you through, and it started off with the Vienna and pretty mainline-ish. So yeah, normal kind of stuff. There we go. And here I should have just taken the pawn after developing the knight. So yeah, this pawn here, I should have just taken it. I don't know why I did. I started getting all silly, trying to sort of... See, now I should take it. Now I should take that pawn. Take that pawn to c3. Take it, just take it. I didn't. Queens came off the board. Here we go. I mean, it's all pretty equal. I mean, the eval bar, as you could see, I mean, it doesn't really change until this slight mistake here. This is the one. There we go. It doesn't like that. It wants king up. I can push. That's fine. So it's very drawish. This should be a draw, but at this level, never quite happens like that. So I finally managed to maneuver my bishop into a decent position here. And had to go back again. I can't have the king coming in here, basically, because that is the base of the pawns. So yeah, I stepped back, which allows me to get one of these pawns, and here it's just, I thought it was just winning here, but it's still a draw. But in my eyes, I'm totally winning. But I'm also down to 1 minute and 2 seconds. And annoyingly, I basically, as you can see now, it's just won. But with 43 seconds, I just couldn't make it happen. I had to get my king over there, and I just didn't have the time. And it basically finished like this, which is really frustrating. But these things happen, and let's just try and forget about it, because that was a little while ago. But now is now, and let's jump into a game and see what we can do now. So 1671, got the white pieces, we're going English. And by the way, happy 1st of December, which is kind of wild. This year has gone so quickly. Say it every year, but this year has gone particularly quickly. Right, just keeping a quick eye on the recording, making sure it's recording. All good. Do they want to play against the English is the question. They're going to auto abort very shortly. Yeah. And then they play. So got a feeling I'm just going to do my usual. Right, okay, they're not messing about, so they take back. I'm going to go d4 just to stop them pushing on any further. And then I'm going to go out g3 and, yeah, bishop g2. So, yeah, that's how it's going. Interesting. So they're going to do, they're not. They're moving very quickly. Nothing wrong with that. I've got a feeling that they're just going to keep pushing. So how do I want to address this? Normally I'd go e3 and then looking at my sort of knight to come in here on e2, but I'm not quite sure. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to do this. Knight f3. So, do you know what? I'm going to stick to what I normally do. I'm going to stick with it. Okay, cool. That's fine. So we get our knight out, e2, and then we're going to castle. I know my bishop looks absolutely tragic, but let's not worry about that for now. In fact, if I push and they take, I'll take back with my knight. Let's see what they want to do then. Failing that, I might just push again. Right, okay. Or am I best? Hang on a second. So if I take with my bishop, they take with their bishop, and I've got a knight there on e4, which isn't a bad square. If I take with the knight, can they just push? But then I take with check, so that doesn't quite work. So I'd say let's just take with this, because I quite like the idea of a check and then potentially taking their bishop as well. So I think they're just going to take here. And then they can get out of harm's way just by going there. Yeah, that's fine. But we can attack, can't we? Okay, so we're going to attack. But. There is a check. Can be defended, though. Knight c3 is fine. Got a castle. Got to be done. Unfortunately, that isn't on because obviously knight defends. However... Now, what about bishop over here? Bishop f4. If they take, I take my knight. I just know that's an option. If they move that knight, they're in a bit of trouble. So I think I should just castle. I'm just going to castle. Just going to castle. I can see them doing the same. They're going to get knight out and castle. They need to do that. Do I pin that knight? Is that the best thing to do? Because they're currently hitting my bishop. You know, I think I'd do that. But then they can easily just push it away. I think for the time being, if I just drop back once, that's fine. I think rook over here, c1 looks alright, and then maybe do this. And then if they take, obviously they will take. I take, eyes on this bishop, and then maybe try and line up the other bishop. Is that a bit too early? Let's get the rook into the game. Now, okay, I think getting my queen out is kind of important as well. So let's get the queen out. Don't need to worry about taking. Obviously, we're not going to take because it just gives their queen a chance to get involved in the game straight away. They want to take, we'll replace it with our f rook. Okay, so now how about this? Just try and bet off our knight if they take. Or do we do this? Well, we're coming in. Ideas of going over here, e4. If they take, my bishop kind of moves forward a little bit more. I guess they could try and... No, they can't really do anything with this yet. Maybe go here. Do you think knight g4? Just looking to take out the bishop. Oh, okay. Let's go here. I like this. Right, okay, now we've got some eyes on these squares over here. Maybe, wow, didn't expect that. I think, what do you think? Pawn f4. And if they take, we can just take back. could push. Don't like that. Alright, push the pawn, why not? Guess I could. See, it's easy to forget that there's tension between these two rooks as well. So they've got to make sure that the bishop, which is currently protecting, and the queen protecting it, they've got to make sure that they keep their eyes on that. They're attacking my bishop again. So I guess ideas of just slotting back in. Slotting back in here. Now, if they take, it's fine. It's not an issue. So let's see what they try and do now. I mean, that pawn, the tension with the pawn, I guess if they don't take the pawn, which they do, so we're just going to take back. No reason not to. Now, this bishop's currently doing not a lot, so it's not a great bishop. To be fair, neither is this one, but my light square bishop could come alive at any time. In fact, what about that? They take, I do this, no? Bishop c6, and then come over here. Rook c1, it's an option. Or in fact, it'd be quite nice to try and get my bishop over here now, because it can't get kicked by the pawn, which is gone. So, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take, here we go. Forget the tension. There we go. You're going to take back with the queen. Interesting. So we're going to hit the queen. Defended by my bishop. So at least we've got that file now, which is kind of good. Can't go wrong with that. Now, where does this... I don't want to push too much. I think it's probably bad to push this pawn. Surely getting a rook up there is not too bad. Just trying to think what they're going to do with this. I've got any tactics? If I go here, they take. Shall I try it? I can't. I don't think it's not trying it. I don't think it's a bad move. And also ideas of maybe moving my queen over here, attacking this. Okay, cool. So they do take. Now, I take back. I'm going to take back. They're going to take. I'll take. Then I've got eyes on this. Maybe I can jump over here. Watch out for checks. There's no checks currently. Guess the move they've got here is coming over here and trying to attack this, which is currently defended. So, okay, so that's off the board now. I've got a feeling, I think for them, rook d8 is a good move. And then obviously they could just take. I can't take back because queen would be undefended. So I need to get out of the way. Is there a way in? If I could try and get my rook involved. So maybe just try and bishop over here, and then first things first, I've got to get this out of the way. How do I do this? Where do I go? Where do I go? It's totally even. I'm just gonna is that? I'm going to drop back in here. And I'm going to try and maybe push a pawn. Maybe do I push this pawn? No, because they've got the queen and the bishop both looking at these. So just it'd be nice to get that bishop over here. Maybe try and get in there somehow, but... Okay, right. That is... definitely news. So if we go in here, that's bad because then, no, it's not. It's fine. Is that risky? Yeah, we're going to take it. We're going to take it. Right, okay. Now, if they come in, I'm in a bit of trouble. So I want to just make sure that I've got this kind of C2 before they start trying to grab my pawns. Oops, 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 oops. Very drawish, I guess. But again, at this kind of level, it's never quite what it seems. Okay, so they're looking at that pawn there. Now, the problem I've got here is that if they come here, I'm in a lot of trouble. So I think I'm going to do this just so I'm protecting it again. They're going to take the pawn. Okay, now I think I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up. I'm going to try and sort of get these pawns involved. Try and get a couple of checks in myself. Running out of time. It's been a tight game the whole way through. As I reach the sort of level that I'm used to, the sort of like 1700 or so level, it's tricky. Okay, cool. So now, that's not great. We're going to jump in here now. Does the check do anything? Not massively. Oh, hang on. What about that? Then the check. Well, hang on. What about check first? And then they've got to go here or here. Oh, now if I could just try and. Now look, they can take that pawn, but maybe if I can jump in here, and then obviously looking at the queen and the king, but I don't know. Now, if I move here and they move here, I'm in check. That's so annoying. That is so annoying. That's so frustrating. I can't do anything about that. Doesn't work, does it? They just move back. And I'm in check. Oh man, they've got me. They've got me. And I lose the pawn as well. That was stupid. I just ran out of time. Yeah, that didn't quite go according to plan. Yeah, they're after this pawn now. But then that'd let me take that pawn. I'm running out of time. I don't know where all the time went. Opponent did well. I thought it was fairly equal the whole way through. I might be wrong, but I guess they just pushed the pawn now. Okay, just gonna jump up. Maybe that. Okay. Okay, keep going. And then, yeah, they just want to get rid of that. So they could swap off the, guessing the queens maybe? Check. Takes, I takes. It is just, yeah, no, it was a good game. I thought it was, I actually thought it was fairly even pretty much the whole way through. I think I got sloppy with the, with my pawns. Losing the pawn was obviously the first mistake I made, but they they didn't really mess about after that. So check just keeps coming in. Go to the side maybe. One thing that's changed with me since I had my little break of making videos, I've now gotten less kind of worried about time. I'm more kind of concerned about trying to get myself into a winning position. Okay, there you go. They can't. Ooh. Interesting. And then they just go to the side and I've got to go back. Yeah. Nice. Well played. Okay, cool. So let me have a little look at the analysis. Yeah, so I'm caring less about the actual winning, losing, or drawing, and more about just sort of trying to get myself in the best possible position before the time's up. And I know it didn't kind of go according to plan, but at least I'm trying to use my time, which I think is one of the main reasons I sometimes have some ridiculous like tilting sessions. It's because I'm just playing, it turns into blitz. And so if you could just try and focus on slowing down and enjoying playing the game, which I enjoyed. I got 82.7% accuracy. My opponent got 88.4. We had one blunder apiece, and as mentioned, it was pretty even the whole way through until. So let's go through it until probably, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through. So here, okay. I actually thought, look, computer's got us winning just by a little bit, just because I think it's their pawn structure. We're kind of ready to get our pieces out more so than they are. Okay, cool. Do you know what? Look, I should have done that. That would have been a much better move. Okay. Yeah, okay. So they kind of had to take, and then it delays their sort of their king getting to safety as well. It wants my king just to get safe itself. Okay, the check had it have come in, then we were looking at knight c3, which would have messed up our pawn structure a little bit, but it would have been all right. Just drop back, that was fine. And okay, so it wants me to start with the pawn pushing already. Now here we're winning just by 0.5, so nothing in it at all. I liked that. Connected the rooks, and I'm ready to go. So this position I quite like. I like it. I wouldn't say it's winning. I'd call this totally even. And if I was them, I'd probably take the rook. No, I wouldn't. Or would I? Maybe. So it wants me to take the rook. No, it doesn't like that. Okay, so I could have made progress with these A and B pawns, which is something I should probably have been doing. And now here I quite liked the idea of having, I mentioned it in the game, of having my snipers, my bishops, looking at some serious action. But unfortunately it was kind of, right, that's interesting as well. So it wants my king up and potentially take if they kind of push on again. So that was my first. That computer doesn't like that at all. And now it's over to them. Now they're winning marginally. But again, it's right back in there again. Tight game, tight game. I thought at least come in here and occupy the C file. Why not? Doesn't like that. It's always difficult. I find these moves the most difficult ones where there's nothing obvious. To me, there was nothing obvious for them to really play there. I didn't see it anyway. Likewise. Did I say that in the game? Maybe. I definitely looked at it. Then I take. Yeah, that was the right move. Okay. And again, it's completely equal. We are now past the halfway stage of the game. Now, this is where I mess up. This is where I mess up. So, I thought, obviously, they're going to move their bishop and attack my bishop as well. Could I? And I mean, I could see these pawns were in trouble, but oh, idiot, Jamie. So basically, I go here, and if they do that, for example, I just take, and if they go for a pawn, then obviously I take their bishop. Yeah, it's such a simple thing to look back on and think, yeah, why didn't you just do that? And I was more concerned about losing this bishop. Yeah, and I've just, this is where it's gone. The game's gone now. Yeah, there was nothing there. And that is a mistake. And why is, sorry, that's a blunder. That is my blunder of the game. Why is that a blunder? Because I'm going to lose a pawn. That simple as, okay, cool. Right, so that pawn, I've just hung the pawn. And I'm trying to get clever as well. I was trying to set this up as well, and I didn't realise that I could still, that my opponent could still defend it with their bishop. So that is the move. I kind of had to take. And here is just, it's over. They're up 5. But it very quickly turns. So where did I, you've got to remember, I'm down to 25 seconds now. So, okay, it wants me over there. And that is a blunder because I just win the pawn. So that's their blunder of the game. And now look at this, completely equal pretty much. I thought taking was best because it split their pawns up. So move to the side. Okay, wow. Well, I certainly wasn't going to figure out a way around that in 8 seconds. But yeah, tough game. Opponent did well. So I should have moved, I think, king over here, no? Oh, no. Up. But then I've run, okay, there. Oh, it makes so much more sense. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's done. Right, well done to my opponent. That was a good game. Okay, cool. So let me jump into one more. See if we can try and end this bad run today. So obviously 2 off camera, 1 loss, 1 draw, and now a win. Sorry, now a loss on camera. So let's go for English again and see if we can try and get something. Okay, so I'm going to go D3 so that I can do E4. That's fine. And then G3. Okay, if they want to take, they can take. Check's defended by the knight. Okay, so do you know what? If they take, I think I'm just going to take back with this pawn and castle long. Okay, so they're also looking at potentially coming in here, hitting this, f2. So got to be a little bit careful now. So we're going to push up. Now, if they want to take, it gets us in a better position here with our bishop. If they just want to jump in, they'll lose that. So that's not going to happen. They might try and prep for that by... Okay, so they do this, right. Bishop takes back. Wow, interesting. Okay, so first things first. Now, do we just... Got to be a bit careful here because they've got a couple of little tricks here that they could do. If they take, for example, and I take back, they win the pawn because they win the bishop. So maybe pin them. doesn't seem outrageously bad. So can they sack this? In fact, heck yeah, they can. Hang on a second. Well, we can do this first. Let's try and... They can hit my queen. We just reply. Okay, so this is definitely not part of the usual kind of way of things going in my my English, but you know, well, I thought that might come in. Now, obviously, if I take, they if I take with the king, they can check me again, double check me, because that would be then free. So I think I just got to move to the side. I think that works. Now, just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. There's another check. Hang on a sec. So if I'd have gone here d2, there is a check here, and I take it back, but then queen takes bishop. So that's not good. So if we come in here, are there any more checks? There is a check. They win my queen. Wowzers. But we can do this. We can just defend like that. I need to get rid of this now. We still got a bit of pressure on with this as well. So it's not all... it's kind of bizarre because I've got a couple of pieces out. Right, so there we go. Now if I do this, are they going to take? If they take, I'm going to take here. And if they're going to take my rook, then I'm going to give them a check. Then I'm going to drop back. Oh my god, this is messed up. This is twisted. Right, oh, my queen. Okay, so now things have just gone completely out of control. There we go, there's that. And they also... So they win the bishop back. But then I take this. There's no fork with the king and the queen because I just take. So they've got to take the bishop, surely. Yeah. Gonna take with this pawn here because if I take with this pawn, they can just give me another check. So we're gonna take this back straight away. No need to mess about. Oh my gosh. Didn't even see it. Didn't even see it. Some basic things. What the heck happened there? This just isn't my day. 54%. 2 blunders. Oh my gosh. Right, okay. Doesn't want it. God's sakes. Just push. Push. Where did they go? Back home? Oh my gosh. That's basic, and that's something I should have seen. No. No. That's poor. It's poor. And that's it. It just wants me to take. There we go. And that was... that's bad. Now, I'm going to have one more game because that doesn't even warrant being called a second game because that was over before it begun. Why didn't I just push the knight away? Okay, come on, fix up. Let's go. Right. D4, here we go. Now, we're just going to E6, and then we're going to push this as well. D5. Okay, but C5 as well. We want our knight coming in as well. C6. Happy to do this, yeah. Okay, so they're protecting this. Queen can just take, but then this means that this pawn here is... check. There is a check. You can defend it. Okay, so let's get this knight out now. Stop the check. And we just take. Or do we block them? We got the chance. Should we just stop them coming in? Stop that check. Do you know what? Let's do this. There we go. If they want to push on again, that's absolutely fine. My bishop over here on g6 isn't a bad little diagonal at all. Wow. Okay, so if they take, I take back, and then queen takes, and then there's a fork with my rook and my king. So first thing is first, and that is where do I go? I think surely my king, sorry, my queen. Ooh, no, I can't do that. Get met with this. Wow, again, I've got myself in a situation. Interesting. So I'm going to come in here and I'm probably going to lose. Well, I'm going to lose. They're going to take the knight first. I'm going to take back. Maybe castling gets me out of trouble. I'm finding myself in all sorts of trouble today. Wow. Right, okay, cool. So that is the first thing to do. Now I'm assuming, because that can't come in because obviously pawn defends. My pawn structure looks terrible. Okay, so they're hitting my queen. Ouch. They're hitting my queen. They're hitting this fork. I mean, this is just as bad as it gets. I'm going to have to lose my rook. In fact, I'm going to get mated. Because they take, I take, queen takes. I can't move here or here. I go here. Oh my gosh. Absolute horror show. Do I stop after this game? Do I keep going? Wow. There's bad days in the office and there's days like this. Just been taken apart. Taken apart. My enemy. Right, okay, so the usual D4 opening and I'm just all over the shop. Right, okay, I have to do that. Oh, it's just game. It's just game. And then just take that and it's just come back. Messed up. Let me say to my opponent, ouch. GG. Damn. I don't know if I should have another one. I just, how did I go so wrong? Right, I mean, I'm missing out on basic things that I don't normally sort of oversee. I mean, they had so much pressure. Castling quicker. I mean, opponent smashed it. They did really well. but I didn't help my cause at all. So everything's fine here. It's all good. How have I messed this up so royally? Push up, Jamie, push up. I do that a lot. Close the door, and I didn't even need to worry about the knight coming out to protect a check because I could have just pushed on. Okay, so they're marginally winning. That's bad. Yeah, defend that. Okay, cool. And now I'm just in all sorts of trouble. Okay, cool. That's much better. Yeah, I just... Look at that, 5.6 up, and then... Yeah, I just... The last couple of moves were unnecessary, but, you know, I just... I'm like that. So here we go. Right, okay, one more game. Oh, my God, what a horror show. Okay, come on. Here we go. Let's just sharpen up. Let's wake up. We're going to get this confrontation again, contesting for these sort of squares here. We're going to take, they're going to take back. D4, here we go. Now, let's get back to what we can do, because we can play much better than this. Much, much better. Wow. Started the day on 1980. No, what am I talking about? Sorry, it started the day on 1680. I wish. 1980. 1680, and now we have dropped a whole load of points. Wow. Oh, can't believe it. Ouch. Okay, so let's focus. Okay, we're going to box this in again, but it's never an issue because we want to get this knight over here. Okay. We're not even playing anything silly. We're barely getting past the opening. Right, so just castle. Now, if they want to come in there, it doesn't really lead to much. Okay, so they're looking at this now. Just develop a little bit more. If they do take, then I'll take here. Nice pawn structure. Open up this file. They may decide to, doesn't really do much. Okay, now why have they done that? I can't see it. Oh, I can. I think they want to jump in here. If I take, they take, I take, they take. I don't know. I don't think so. I just think it's in a better position now, isn't it? Okay, also wasn't expecting that. Okay. Okay, so doubled up their pawns. I don't think that's a massive issue on anyone's part, but how do they want to jump in there? Do I want to keep getting this forward? Struggling, guys. Struggling to kind of see much going on today. Yeah, it's taken me way too long to calculate things. I'm looking at this here. E4, that square there. They got one, two, three, four defenders on that. And I potentially got 1, 2, 3 attackers. Looking at bringing the rook over maybe. It's not enough. I guess I can push their bishop back, their light square bishop. But it doesn't really do much. They just jump over here, most likely. Okay. That bishop pair is kind of annoying me. If I go like this, then what? And say they take, then I take. So maybe try and get these off the board. That's not a bad shout. Obviously, if they take, I'll just take back with this. My reason for doing that is, I mean, my light square bishop and my dark square bishop, but my light square bishop doing absolutely nothing here on g2. So if you want to take rid of it, get rid of it, then that would be kind of doing me a favour. So I'm not against that at all. And also, if they want to move all the way back here and keep theirs, then it gives mine the opportunity to sort of get involved in the game. So that's my idea behind that. I'm trying to have ideas behind my moves, which is obviously what everybody does, but I'm trying to have a bit more of an idea before just sort of like, okay, it's got to make sense. Otherwise, okay, cool. So they do that. Right, so I have to take. So they take with check, which I don't mind. I don't mind. They take with check. Okay, I just jump up. If you want to take that, that's fine. I'll take back with this rook. Or even this rook. I'll take back with this rook here. Just because just in case this knight needs to move, it will no longer be protecting a2. So oh wow. Wow. Man. Wow, I'm in a bit of trouble here, guys. A bit of trouble. Right, here we go. Come on, let's just jump in. There's also a check as well. So say they take, I take, and then there's a check coming in here. Do I then do this? Take? I'm going to push. I'm just going to push a pawn. Again, all over the place. I'm better than this in every game. Just not on it. Not on it. Still not feeling 100% to be fair. I think that's probably why I'm not kind of really annoyed. I'll get this back. I'll get it back. I'll get it back quickly. I mean, these knights are kind of keeping each other company for now. And I mean, obviously, if I take, they just take back with this. Maybe king up. I guess if I was them, I'd probably just take. If I take back, there's a check. I move up, and then they could probably just take this. I take back. Yeah, there we go. It's just. Yeah, there we go. So am I best just... I think I've got to do this, otherwise I lose the pawn, don't I? I mean, I'm not giving up on this one just yet, but it's losing. I've got to take that. And then I'm coming in here. Okay, now... If I can do this, push, or even I push now, they take... No, that don't work. Push here, push, 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 push. Yeah, I can't see anybody quitting in this position that I'm in now, but obviously it's not looking good. So what are they looking at here? Is the question. I ain't seeing it. I'm not seeing it. No, I'm pushing. I can't see what they're... Because they can't double up on this just yet because this protects. Nothing there. Nothing there. Wow. Why have they done that? Because whatever it is, I can't see it. I'm coming in here. There goes my bishop pair, you know, but it is what it is. Oh man, it sucks being this kind of position. It really does. I guess if they go here, they can then come in here for a check. Can't take. Do I have to get rid of that? Do I keep it on the board? Do I just attack this pawn? But then I'm just going to push. No, but I'm not. Take, double up the pawns. Right, they're 3 up now, so... Go there. Okay. Right, okay, maybe... Should have gone back and protected this. I guess I can come here. But then they can do that. Oh, man. Yeah, somebody once said on my adventure to 2000, they said, look, don't worry about posting your bad videos. Do you know what I mean? It's authentic. Do you know what I mean? At least it's a genuine kind of thing. And it sucks, but you know, I'm posting this. I'm putting it up. I mean, it's not like I haven't tried. I've just not been on the ball at all today, unfortunately. But is there anything I can do? Or nothing at all. I come in here, surely, no? And then I've got to get my king in, defend that pawn. If I allow them to go any further, I am in big trouble. Am I? Yeah, if they push, they can do that. So I've got to go here. I've got to go here. And then they do that, I've got to jump in. Look, messed up. Ooh. Okay, here we go. And that's good night. Oh, what a miserable, miserable day of chess. I'm not going anywhere near the chessboard again today. And I'm just hoping tomorrow I feel a bit better. And my results are a bit better as well, because this has been poor. 83%, they play with 90%. I mean, again, it started off all right. I've had a blunder. And yeah, messed up there. Big time. Yeah, this is where it all went wrong. Just a simple calculation. Just take just take it. Oh gosh. And then from there, it's just winning. I didn't have a look in at all after that. It was just going through the motions, you know. But look, I can't look at any more of that. It's just disgustingly bad today. But look, unfortunately, it's one of these days. And yeah, there'll be definitely, that's one thing guaranteed. There'll be plenty more of them. But just hope I can't afford to lose many more points. I've got to go up. Got to go up. Right. Anyway, listen, guys. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, hope you enjoyed the blunders, the losses after losses. Have yourself a great rest of the weekend. Take care. See you later. Bye bye.